Gabriel Jesus is undergoing his medical at London Conley. That is where the main offices of Arsenal are in there for you. We are talking William Saliba. We are talking Lisandro Martinez. We are talking Raphinha into this episode. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? This is the channel that brings you latest news and information from all your respective teams amidst Manchester United, because we already have a channel that broadcasts content of Manchester United known as United Matters channel. You can as well go on and really subscribe to that channel. If I told you support Manchester United, and if I told you are a well-wisher, all you really want to know what is happening at Manchester United. And guys, if I told you really want to know and gauge your team, you really have to be doing this. You really have to be doing this day in, day out, to really let yourself in a know of what your opponents are all about. Like me, I support Manchester United, but I have to know what's happening in Arsenal, Manchester, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG, because those are competitors. Those are big teams, and there is no way a big team will stay a big team without doing what the other big teams are doing. So that's what United is supposed to be doing, and that's why I should go on and really follow up everything. That's why you see most of the times I really tell you that Arsenal is making me envious. It's making me jealousy because of what they are doing. Today, Gabriel Jesus is undergoing a medical at London Conley, and United has not yet signed a single player. Arsenal are set to unveil their fourth player, who goes by the names of Gabriel Jesus, and United has done nothing. Nothing. That's what I can tell you into this season. But smash the like button, comment and share, and let's get into this. Before we get into the news of Gabriel Jesus, allow me to bring you this story that has been all over in there for you about one of the players that was brought in at Arsenal, I think, by Unai Emery, loaned back to France. He was signed at the age of, was it 19, 18? And then he was taken back. Even Mikel Arteta, when he came in at Arsenal in his first preseason, he really told him that please go back, and he loaned him to Marseille in there for you. Now, William Saliba's situation has been explained by Fabrizio Romano. Obviously, you know Fabrizio Romano who he is. He needs no further description or explanation to his name. Rumors on loan move are wide off the mark. Arsenal board and Arteta both count on Saliba as part of the team for next season. Being told situation could only change in case of crazy bid. Arsenal trust him, keen on discussing a new contract. Now, when you hear about a crazy bid, because the other has been everywhere, that Arsenal wants to, Arteta wants him at his side, but the crazy bid should be equivalent to 50 million euros, of which Marseille cannot cough that. They cannot cough that because William Saliba is still young, and he has really played a lot for a side which goes by the names of Marseille, and led them to a side which goes by the names of the Champions League, because they finished into the top 4 positions of the French League 1. So Marseille is really doing great, but they feel like they need to retain this man. But I really believe that Arteta, if at all is being given money as Fabrizio Romano is saying, he can go in and really take it. 50 million euros, I think that's what Arsenal really want. Though I read the story last week when Marseille was planning a 38 million euro bid to see to it that they really purchase Saliba and becomes a constant at a side which goes by names of Arsenal. Marseille. But when Arsenal gets like 50 million euros, they can go on and really bring in very many players in there for you. And those very many players, because when you look at how Arsenal, the way they buy, they don't need a standing centre back or a starting centre back right now. But if I don't, they bring in Lisandro Martinez, as we are going to see that story later, then Arsenal will only need a defender who is going to be an understudy of Gabriel Magalhaes, Lisandro Martinez, and Ben White. Remember, they already have Rob Holding in there for you. So they already have 4 defenders. And those 4 defenders can come up and compete for a side which goes by the names of Arsenal if needed. So if Arsenal is given a crazy bid, they'll really surrender William Saliba to Marseille. But can Marseille really stretch its financial hand to go in and really pay that amount of money? That's a question that most of us are really waiting to see, whether they'll go in and answer it in here onto our channel, which goes by the names of Rokani Media Football. So Saliba deal is one of those that is expected to happen. Either he returns at Arsenal or he stays at Marseille in there for you. Now, let's get into the big story of the day. It's all about this man. He's the man of the moment. who goes by the names of Gabriel Jesus, having agreed a deal with Man City of £45 million with £10 million add-ons, and they've agreed personal terms with Gabriel Jesus, earning close to £220,000 a week. He's going to be the most paid up player at the side which goes by names of Arsenal in there for you. And it's understood that Gabriel Jesus will be in London today, Tuesday, to undergo a medical examination and sign his contract at Arsenal in there for you. It was reported by Arsenal.com in there for you, but even Fabrizio Romano went ahead to confirm this in there for you, and he really went ahead to tell us that it's real and it's exact that a medical is going to be undertaken by a man who goes by the names of Gabriel Jesus in there for you. To be really exact, I really want to bring on screen what Fabrizio really came out and said about this medical in there for you, because I really want to be so much exact on my words, because I'm broadcasting to people who really trust me and need what we call exact information. Fabrizio Romano, and he has done this today morning at 9:13 a.m. He has said, Arsenal update, been told Gabriel Jesus will undergo medical tests today morning. He's already in London, ready to complete his move to Arsenal with official statement to follow. Contracts already signed and completed. Gabriel signs until June 2027. Man City to receive £45 million fee in there for that is Fabrizio Romano coming out and really giving us a confirmation on a man who goes by the names of Gabriel Jesus in there for you. So that's confirmed. The medical is going to be taken today, and Gabriel Jesus is going to be an Arsenal player in a nick of time from now, and you guys are going to be excited because his announcement is either tomorrow or Thursday. He cannot really go past that. I know that's what Arsenal is going to do, and the announcement of Matana early enough indicated that Arsenal were so much in a know that they are going to announce Gabriel Jesus as soon as possible. So that's what Arsenal have really gone ahead to go on and make the announcement of Gabriel Jesus as soon as possible in there for you. So there is something I really want to bring on your screen. It's so much touching about Gabriel Jesus, and the reason as to why Arsenal fans should jubilate for his signing. He is one of a kind, guys. He is one of a kind, and his stats don't like in there for you. When you look at what we have on the screen, it's all about minutes to goal involvement, goal or assist ratio minimum 2,000 minutes in Premier League history in there for you. We are talking about Premier League history. We are talking about the best players that have blessed the Premier League and have had loads of goal involvement, goals and assists combined. This is what Arsenal is signing. Minutes per goal, contribution, PL history. Thierry Henry tops the list with 85.6. Sergio Aguero with 86.0. Mohamed Salah is at 92.4. Robin van Persie at 102.1. Luis Suarez 104 minutes in there for you. That means it took Luis Suarez 104.1 minutes to create or score a goal. Harry Kane 104.1 to create and score a goal. Now, Gabriel Jesus comes 7th with 100. It takes him 107 minutes to either score a goal or create a goal. Didn't you sign gold? Isn't that gold? Because Harry Kane is one of the highest scoring center forwards in the Premier League. And when Man City tried to get Harry Kane out of Tottenham Hotspur told them that we want 150 million pounds. Even when Man City raised their bet 130 million pounds, they were rejected. So Arsenal is getting him at 45 million pounds. Don't you see that you've gotten someone next to Harry Kane? You get? Because the difference is just 3 minutes, and that is going to be improved because Gabriel Jesus has not been played by Pep Guardiola in his favorite position ever since he came in at Man City. He has not yet been given that mantle to lead the line. He has not been given that mantle to lead the line, but he's coming in at Arsenal and he's going to be leading the line for the very first time throughout the season, whether in the Premier League, UEFA Europa League, FA Cup, Carrington Cup, Carling Cup, it's not Carling Cup, it's a Carabao Cup, whether in any of those 4 tournaments, Gabriel Jesus won't play off the centre forward role, unless otherwise, when Arsenal is in need of a goal, they can really get in Nketiah to lead the line, and then Gabriel Jesus plays off the left or right flank. But those are going to be rare cases. They are going to be rare cases because Arsenal, with the squad they've brought in, they are going to go in all for wins in there for you. And I really believe that by the end of this season, he's going to overtake Harry Kane. That's what I will believe. He's going to overtake Harry Kane. For the very first time, he's going to score the goals that he really needs. He only scored 20 goals in the Premier League. I think it was in 2018-2019 season when he scored close to 23 goals. And he played as a centre forward in that entire season. That means Gabriel Jesus, play him as a centre forward, you'll get whatever you want out of him. That's it. Done and dusted. And he is undergoing a medical today at London Conley, as confirmed by the likes of Fabrizio Romano. And anytime from now, we are really going to get you news that is happening from London Conley about this lad who goes by names of Gabriel Jesus in there for you. So welcome Gabriel Jesus to a side which goes by names of Arsenal in there for you, and it is really something great in there for you. And welcome to Arsenal in there for you, and what a signing for the Gunners in there for you. Now we go to this other story, Lisandro Martinez. Arsenal look like they want to get Lisandro Martinez from Ajax because he's a ball-playing centre-back. And one of the problems Arsenal faced last season was not to replace Ben White and Gabriel Magalhaes. If any of those got an injury, Arsenal was in deep shit. It not only applied to people at Arsenal, it not only applied to these two, but the entire team. For Aaron Ramsdale, I think it was okay. Bernard Leno could come in and do the job because against Aston Villa, he came on, did some good saves, and Arsenal won that game by 0-0. But when Tomiyasu really got out, Arsenal looked vulnerable in that position. When Kian Tierney got out, all got an injury, Arsenal looked vulnerable. Thomas Partey the same. Grant Xhaka the same. Who else? I think the other players were really so much okay and fit. The only position that Arsenal had a lot of potential and quality in was the left attacking side of the midfield, because they have Martinelli and a player who goes by the names of Emily Smith Rowe. Those two were so much good in there for you. But because they lacked quality in those positions, Arteta made a sounding announcement to the technical director Edu and told him, I want 2 players to compete for every squad, and then you will demand me Champions League football and the Premier League title. Then Arsenal have really tried to do that. They've brought in Fabio Vieira to compete with Odegaard. They've brought in Marquinhos to play off that left side. Sorry, the right side of the attacking midfield. They've brought in Matt Turner to compete with Aaron Ramsdale because Bernard Leno is leaving. They brought in Gabriel Jesus, and they are going to compete with that position with Nketiah. Over Nketiah is going to be deputizing Gabriel Jesus in there for you. But in the pursuit of a central defender who is left-footed, Arsenal have tabled an improved bid for Lisandro Martinez and could receive a boost in their pursuit of the Argentinian, according to Mark Viweji. Mark Viweji is so much credible. He broke the story of Eric Ten Hag to Manchester United. Most of the people are saying that is a lie, it's not going to happen, but he broke it, and obviously he came to Manchester United as really said. Even that of Julian Timber being put off and done in there and not going to Manchester United, he broke it in there for you. So he really came out and said that, and he continued to say Arsenal's improved 40 million offer for Lisandro Martinez is already causing doubt among its people at Ajax for their part. Arsenal assume that this fresh bid will make a move for Martinez at last negotiable. Remember, Arsenal submitted their first bid and it was rejected in there from you. Arsenal have submitted, then Disco Mira came out and said Arsenal have submitted a £35 million bid for Ajax defender Lisandro Martinez. Arsenal ahead of Manchester United in the battle of Martinez's signature and are hopeful their offer will be accepted by Ajax. Now, the battle with Manchester United. Arsenal have to go on and get this deal done before Thursday or Wednesday. I think tomorrow. Tomorrow is when United and Barcelona are really going to go ahead and know whether De Jong is crossing from a side which goes by names of Barcelona to Manchester United. Why am I saying that? Erik ten Hag told Manchester United that before you sanction any other deal at Manchester United, De Jong should be the first signing. Even if we have agreed deals with other players, but for us to get in players, De Jong has to come first. He's my priority signing. Get me De Jong because he wants to come to this side. So Arsenal has to use this time. For the reason that if United completes the deal of De Jong without Arsenal has not yet signed Lisandro Martinez. Lisandro Martinez has a very good connection with Erik ten Hag. If a situation arises when United have raised the 50 million euros that are being needed by Ajax and Arsenal have really tabled at the same bid, then it will go up to the player to make a decision. Where do you think the player will decide to go? To a Mikel Arteta, whom he doesn't know, or to an Erik ten Hag, whom he has known and is the one who has made him a start at Ajax? The answer is simple. He will go to Erik ten Hag. You get? So, Lisandro Martinez, if Arsenal want to get him, they should get him before Thursday. If it reaches tomorrow, when Arsenal have not agreed personal terms, all have been given green light with Ajax to talk to the player, and United comes in, it's going to be a different kind of story altogether, because even Julian Timber was stopped from joining Manchester United by Louis van Gaal, that if at all he comes in at Manchester United and doesn't get enough playing time, he will be withdrawn from the Netherlands squad. So the only viable option for United is Lisandro Martinez. And remember, United don't have a left-footed centre-back. Yet in the modern football, every team should be having left-footed centre-back because it's so much good for him covering the left side of the central defense. So Arsenal need to go in on a hurry and make this deal happen without further ado in there for you. Then we had John Crossmira. He is a chief football writer in there for you, and he said Arsenal are determined to fend off competition from Manchester United to sign Ajax defender Lisandro Martinez. Arsenal have been working on a deal for Martinez for the last 2 months and believe the player will be allowed to leave. All right, so they're telling us the same thing in there for you, and Arsenal knows that they're facing stiff competition from Manchester United, and that's why Arsenal made that bid yesterday, because they know if this deal reaches Thursday, when it's not done and United are done with Frankie de Jong, United are turning out to this man. And when United comes in, it's going to be a different story altogether for Arsenal in there for you. Something they don't want to happen in there for you. Even Fabrizio Romano has come out and said Arsenal have submitted a bid for Lisandro Martinez, as reported by Marky Vawage, 40 million euros with add-ons included, but Ajax always asked for 50 million euro fee. Manchester United have also been in touch with his agent. Ajax have no intention to sell both Lisandro Martinez and Julian Timber. They say of these two defenders, they are selling one. If one goes, then the other one is not going. United are in talks with Ajax. You get? So there can be a turn around if Arsenal does not really act quick. They have to be agile to get this deal done in a nick of time. If that does not happen, and United comes in full force, they are taking Lisandro Martinez off Arsenal, and yet he's one of the most prolific and available central defenders who can go on a cheap. But this 40 million euros, Arsenal can gate it and bring in Pau Torres too. At 40 million euros right now in the European market, you can go and bring in a good central defender. But Arteta is so much exact. He wants Lisandro Martinez, and it's always good to go in and get the manager the first choice signings. And for Arteta, it has paid off for him at Arsenal. That's why Arsenal don't want to betray him. And after Gabriel Jesus, they are going for Lisandro Martinez and Raphinha. Those two in there for you. So Arsenal and United are up for the battle of a man who goes by the name of Lisandro Martinez in there for you. Let's get into the Raphinha story that is everywhere, and Arsenal are really talking about it and waiting for it. Now, there is Gerard Moreno. He's one of the flies on the wall in the camp of Barcelona. He's a journalist, so much so much related to a side which goes by names of Barcelona. He broke the deal of Frankie de Jong to Manchester United, 95% done. And he came out and regretted and said, I wish I'd never broken that story. You never know. United wanted to work on it back door, not in the news. That's what United wanted. And he said, if at all had not broken this story, maybe it wouldn't have exaggerated to this level that it's not yet done. So he's a very good player. He's a very good journalist around Barcelona. He has come out and said, Deco told Barcelona that they could sell the Raphinha deal for 35 million euros. But then Arsenal came up with a higher offer, and hence Leeds began to ask for more money. So who spoiled the party for Barcelona? It's Arsenal. And Arsenal are in the lead of this deal because they have the money. They have the money. 215 million pounds to spend is what Stanley Kroenke has given Arsenal. So far, Arsenal has spent 30 million pounds on a player who goes by the names of Fabio Vieira, 3 on Marquinhos, that is 11, and 45 on a player who goes by the names of Gabriel Jesus. That is close to 60 million pounds have been spent, meaning that Arsenal still have 155 million pounds to spend. Raphinha, 60 million pounds. Arsenal, if at all they have to pay it, they remain with 90. You get? After 90, get Lisandro Martinez at close to 40 million pounds. They're remaining with 50. Arsenal still has money to spend this summer. They still have that money to spend. So Barcelona is off the shelf, but they are planning to sign a deal today that is going to get them close to 200 million euros to come in through. But it is so tense because they cannot even offer Dembele the salary he wants at Barcelona, and this deal has put Raphinha in a very bad situation. He's in dilemma. He wants to play for Barcelona. That's where he wants to go. But Barcelona are still negotiating with Ousmane Dembele. The moment they seal the deal of Ousmane Dembele, then they will not be needing Raphinha. And Raphinha has been given a deadline by Leeds in there for you that if at all you don't make your decision to this level, we are going to sell you to a team that has put the right evaluation on the table in there for you. So Barcelona have been outpriced by Arsenal, and Arsenal have really made the price fluctuate to a level that Barcelona feel like this deal is not going to be made. Now, Arsenal222.com has come out and said Arsenal is now working on speeding up a deal to sign Raphinha. The club has prepared a new offer to convince Leeds to agree to sell him and will present this offer in the coming days. Arsenal is confident of completing the deal this week. I feel like Raphinha is going to Arsenal. Every time Arsenal said that we are completing that deal this week, they've gone ahead to do it. Fabio Vieira, it was just a shocker. No one expected that deal to happen or come through. Gabriel Jesus, they said Gabriel Jesus next, and last week by I think Sunday, Arsenal had agreed personal terms and agreed everything with Man City, and this week is all about Gabriel Jesus. That means if all goes as planned by Edu, next week is going to be a Raphinha week and Lisandro Martinez. Those two players should be at Arsenal in there for you. So that is what Arsenal is really building up. Now, there is Ride the Game. He is really a football trend writer at Football London. Previously with Arsenal in there for you. He was writing for the website of Arsenal. Now he's writing for a website which goes by names of Football London. He's reporting for Arsenal. He's working with the likes of Chris Whitley, though he left. This is an exclusive from him. That means he's getting it from a right source. He said Raphinha is yet to make a decision on his future amidst Arsenal interest. He's currently enjoying time with his family on holiday. We will know more in the coming days, as confirmed to me by someone close to the player. Raphinha is in dilemma. He's in dilemma. That's what I know. He feels he wants to play for Barcelona, but Barcelona aren't coming in here full force. You get? To get him. Barcelona feel like to get in Raphinha, it should be the last sign they should make, because they are looking to bring in a replacement for De Jong. They want Lewandowski. They want Bernardo Silva. And that replacement for De Jong is known as Sola from, is it Valencia? There for you. Santiago Sola. You get? They are looking at 3 players to sign first before Raphinha gets at Arsenal. Sorry, gets at Barcelona. And if I'm Raphinha, it's like it's like Raphinha is having a girlfriend he loves. You get? Yet the girlfriend is telling him that, please, before you propose to me, I know you love me and don't propose to me, but there is another man whom I'm waiting for. If at all he does not propose to me, then I'll come and get back to you. That's the situation Raphinha is in. Arsenal is the girlfriend that loves you. And Raphinha is waiting for the girlfriend who is waiting another man to propose to him. And if at all he doesn't propose to him, then it will be vice versa. You get? So I think Raphinha should go where he's wanted. And we look at Barcelona, even if Raphinha goes that side, he's not going to get first team football. He is not going to get first team football. And yet he can go in and leave Arsenal and go to Barcelona. He's 25, come at Arsenal, play some 3 seasons, they can sell you to Barcelona. But it will be very hard for Raphinha to go to Barcelona and then come to Arsenal. It will be very hard because Arsenal would have gone for other options. But it's better to come in at Arsenal, play your 2 years, then Barcelona will come in for you when they are financially stable. I don't know why Deco is so much leaning at the Barca side. Yet they don't have the money. Yet Arsenal is giving them a lot of money. Even the salary that Arsenal has put on table for Raphinha is way much far than that of Barcelona, because Barcelona are even trying to cut half the wages of their players that they earn weekly. You get? That is a player who goes by the names of Raphinha, and the situation happening right now on Raphinha in there for you. Feel free to go into the comment section, tell me what you think about this Raphinha situation, and all that will be reacted to into the comment section below. But just know that Arsenal are really returning to training, and we are waiting to see when this is coming or happening in there for you. But Fabrizio Romano has confirmed to us that this morning Gabriel Jesus is undergoing a medical at a side which goes by the names of Arsenal. I'm just trying to see here whether on my phone I've gotten an update about Gabriel Jesus. Is it an update? All right. This one is just trying to waste my time. But all right, let's get this rolling. And this is Rokani Media Football. Smash the like button, comment, and share. And if you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go in the lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell in there for you. But the big story for today, Gabriel Jesus at London, at Arsenal, undergoing medical right now. And very soon, we'll be letting you know whether he has passed it or not. But obviously, he's going to pass it because he has been a player who has been physically fit without any complications in his career. And talk of injury-prone players, he's not one. He's not one. And the worry would have been raised by him being an injury-prone player, but he's not an injury-prone player. He's a player who really plays, who keeps fit almost 90% of the season. And it's a signing you'd love at Arsenal, not the likes of Lacazette, who really get injured like twice a year, twice a season. You get the Aubameyangs, but Gabriel Jesus comes in 25 years of age, one of the prolific number 9s that Ronaldo Dalima came out and really said a lot about this young man, that he believes he is the next Dalima for him in there for you. But as things stand, we wait and see how everything is going to go on at London Conley. After the medical, we'll be coming here to let you know what Gabriel Jesus is all about. But note that he's not an injury-prone player. He comes in at Arsenal when you are to bring in, when you are to talk about players and their stats, he is number 7. Goal involvements, he's placed 7th. You get? That is Gabriel Jesus for you. When you look at him, he's placed 7th after Thierry Henry, Sergio Aguero, Mohamed Salah, Robin van Persie, Luis Suarez, and Harry Kane. Amongst all of these, only 3 are still playing, only 2 are still playing in the Premier League, Mohamed Salah and Harry Kane. When you hear that, the player you've signed is next to Harry Kane and Mohamed Salah on goal involvements. goal involvements, that is goals and assists. So it takes him 107 minutes to either score a goal or create a goal. That is Gabriel Jesus for you in the last 2,000 minutes played. That is what he has on table, and I think it will excite most Arsenal fans over there. I sign out for now. See you later.